Good afternoon and good morning. Thank you so much for joining us and tuning in today on Wake Up Call with Craig. This is Monday the 20th of September already. We are just about there at the end of the month. You know, I feel like I keep saying that a lot lately, but the months just seem to be passing and passing and passing. Now, we may be coming towards the end of the month, but we are right at the beginning of a brand new week here on Crafters TV. So let's dive straight in and let's tell you what we've got coming up today on Crafters TV. Now, today we have got a launch date that I am beyond excited to be part of, because this is where we have got some Christmas and Halloween / pumpkin ornaments. Don't need to be pumpkin, you can do them in different ways, and same with the Christmas star and bauble, you can use them in different ways as well. So that's going to be here in the UK 3 o'clock, or for you guys stateside 10 AM Eastern time, 7 AM Pacific time. And then what we're going to do is we're going to be having a look at what's coming up in Monday Makers, also with myself. If you enjoy watching me, then you're going to have a lovely day. If you don't enjoy watching me, I'm sorry. Fast forward the bits where I'm talking and just watch the demos if you want. But that's 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 PM Eastern time, 11 AM Pacific time. But I do think you're going to enjoy the day, not just with all the goodness that we've got, the launch that we've got, the creativity that we've got, the deals that we've got, but the tag team that you've got as well. So we are back together again, well, for today anyway. We were together for a brief bit Friday, just back after his holidays, and he was dotting in and out anyway. But he is here for the full day, I promise you. He's here for the hour and a half, then with the 2 hours, and then with the 2 hours after that. The poor man, he really is getting a hard time. So I'll stop saying it, I'll just introduce him. It's Ben.
Thank you. I didn't have a holiday. I had a little break. I was moving house. It's not a holiday when it's one of the most stressful things to do.
It is.
One of the most stressful things.
It really is.
And stop going on about it, because I still get the hashtag part-timer. I'm a 4-day-a-week man now.
I never started that, so don't blame me. No.
Oh, I think I might have started that myself, actually. I think I did start that myself. Anyway, 4 days a week. I'm here. Today is my Fake Friday, so I'm very excited about that, but also very excited about the fact that we are back for another jam-packed day. As always, we would love you to get in touch right throughout the show. Anything that you want to ask, anything you want to know, get in touch. This is the show to get those questions in early. This is the show as well to grab those bargains before everybody else, because we'd like to give you a bit of a sneaky peek as to what's coming up throughout the day. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you can leave the comments right there, and we will be reading those through the show. But the other thing we need to get excited about, and also need you to help us with if you haven't already, are the Craft Awards. I can't believe that this has come round as quickly as it has, but this Friday is the last chance for you to vote on the Craft Awards. We've been nominated, I can't believe this, in 11 categories. So thank you so much if you've already voted, and thank you for getting us into those nominations. Look at them, all 11. Amazing. Most loved Crafts TV shopping channel. We've been voted or nominated in the best rated customer service, the ultimate gadget for the Gemini. Of course, Craig has been nominated in the male craft personality of the year. Sarah up for female craft personality, and then the designer of the year, lovely Leanne as well. You can see the full list right there. And as we said, if you haven't yet voted, we'd love it if you could, but you need to do it by this Friday. Voting will close on the 24th of September. Just head to craftawards.com and get those votes in right now, because we'd love to win. I mean, we'd love to win just one, would be amazing. 2 would be fantastic. 3 would be over the moon. I mean, if we won all 11, I don't know, there would be some sort of party going on here. But get voted if you can. And do it by Friday. Right, there's lots to come, so let's get this show off with a bang and get over to Craig, who is about to give you a sneak peek as to what is coming up in our 2 shows today.
Could you imagine if we did win all 11? We'd be cock-a-hoot. The whole lot of us would be partying. You know, might have a little bit of a tipple to celebrate.
A little bit of a tipple?
Well, a lot of a tipple.
Can you imagine? I mean, I reckon we could have like a full, day-long party on air. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Yeah.
I'm at that. So we could have a party for each award.
I love that. Yeah, 11 days of partying.
Yeah.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, no. As you said, you know, even if we won one, that would be absolutely fantastic. But as Ben said, voting closes on Friday. But here we go. Let's have a look and see what we've got coming up on launch day today with myself and Ben. So this is our Christmas 3D and our pumpkin die collection, 21 elements in total, and you're getting 10 sheets of your cherry Centura Pearl, 310 GSM. Now what these make are your Christmas 3D stars and your Christmas 3D ornaments, but you've also got a die set there that creates a full-on good sizable pumpkin. Lots of different ways in which you can use them. Now today's price that you can see on the screen, £46.99 or $54.95. Here in the UK and Europe, you're saving 25%, and for you guys stateside, you're saving over 20%. Now within these ones here as well, for you guys stateside, you are getting half price shipping on these ones here, but with platinum, that's going to come down to $37.59 or $43.96. These are so fun to use. You can get really, really creative. As I touched upon a moment ago, for instance, the pumpkin, you don't necessarily have to use them as a pumpkin. Number of dies that you can be using. We'll be having a look at them in great detail coming up in launch day, where we're going to use glitters, we're going to use gilding flakes, so much that you can be using with them. Tree ornaments or little home decors around the house when it comes to the star and the bauble. As I say, lots of things that you can do. It's going to be the first demo on Wake Up Call where we're going to have a look at our pumpkin, and these will all go through the junior as well as the midi, and many of them in actual fact will go through the midi and the go as well. So that's what's coming up in launch day. Don't forget that you are also getting that cherry Centura Pearl, which is 310 GSM, plus all these dies as well. $37.59 platinum or $43.96 for you guys stateside platinum as well. So we're going with it Christmas and Halloween, but we're still staying with the Christmas vibe here. And this is all about our sentiments when it comes here. This is our Christmas large word die collection. Now within these ones here, what you're getting is you're getting 6 die sets. Does work out that you buy 5 and you get 1 free within the bundle. Also, that you'll be able to see here, Happy Holidays. Now this is a UK web CTV exclusive. You're only going to be able to get that with us. You guys stateside will have not seen it on HSN, but with this whole bundle here, you're saving over 15%. That is on the today's price being $64.95 or $74.75, but platinum, that's coming down to a really, really good £51.96 or $59.80. These are creating the sentiments for your cards, whether you're going to do them on the edge, because the top half cuts out, the bottom half cuts into your cardstock, but you can snip them. They could be separate components. You can foil with them. There's loads that you can do when it comes to these ones. So this is what's coming up in Monday Makers with myself and Ben. 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time or 11 a.m. Pacific Time when it comes to these ones too. But we're not going to go far from Christmas. We're going to stick with Christmas, and then naturally, you know, we're going to show you a couple that are not necessarily Christmas themed that you're going to see. And this is all about the scenes of light. Monday Makers, scenes of light stamp and die collection here, 29 elements in total. Now within these ones here, these are really, really fun and quick to make. But the way that these look are going to give you such an incredible first impression. Then you can go far and beyond and bringing in your inks, your pattern papers. You can bring in little LED battery operated lights to pop into the back if you want. Now when it comes to these ones here, Scenes of Light Stamp and Die Collection, 29 elements in total from these ones here. Now the Wise Men of Light, which is this one just here. This one is also a web/CTV exclusive. You're not having, you guys stateside haven't seen that on HSN. You're only going to get it with us at Crafters Companion. Now on today's price, you're saving 20%, $67.96 or $79.80. But within the platinum price, that comes down to £54.37 or $63.84 for you guys stateside. So you can see from launch day into Monday Makers, within these scenes of lights, we've got a nice different collection of dies that do different things. But you know, you can take your creativity to the next level with every single one of them. Launch day being 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. And then Monday Makers, which will be back still with myself and Ben. That, of course, is then 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. crafterscompanion.co.uk.com, or for you guys across Central Europe, you are .eu, where all your prices will be in euros, and all the information that you need is going across there as well. Now, while I go across and get myself sorted, it is a Monday. So, Ben, what happens on a Monday?
I know. Oh no, I do remember. I do remember. Sorry, yeah, I know what you're getting on about. Well, I'll tell you. I was going to read out some comments, but I'll tell you what happens on a Monday. Before we read out some comments, we have a brand new Get It, Got It, Good. You're in a bit of a singy mood today, aren't you? Yeah. Now we have got a brand new Get It Got It Good, which is today your punch packs. Totally Tiffany Store and Go 3-pack collection. So you got your 2-inch Store and Go punch bag, your punch back 1.5-inch Store and Go bag, and your 1-inch bag as well. What I will say with these is we don't have a huge amount of stock. So if you've got your eye on them, you've seen the deal on your screens right there. But stock isn't huge, and judging by what happened last week with the Get It Got It Good, which sold out before the end of the week, you do need to be in nice and quickly because that could go. Also, speaking of Totally Tiffany, it is the last day on the 3 for 2 on the buddy bag, so do take advantage of that deal if you are somebody who is in need of your storage. Thank you for all the messages so far. Rachel is our social media superstar this morning, giving us a little wave. Hi, Rachel. Mariah says, morning all from Hamburg, New York. Starting work later today so I can enjoy Wake Up Call. Georgie Ann says, hi, Ben and Craig from Clearwater, Florida. Also, hi to the CTV family and crafty friends. We'll say hello to the team in the gallery a little bit later on. I'll leave it to your man. Carolyn Evans says, morning from Hampton. Mary Kay Knoll is in. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Mary Kay, I sent you a little email earlier on. Check your emails. Brenda says, good Monday morning. It's nothing exciting. Kentucky Gal is ready to watch. Sarah's Creations is in. Alison's in. Gilmore, hello to you. And Betty and Coletta. And Cyrissa on Facebook says, hello, Craig and Ben. A great day today. The boys are back all day. I'm loving all the comments coming in already. Leslie saying, Craig, you always a joy to watch when you're crafting. What about when he's not crafting? Is he a joy to watch? Huh?
He's rubbish to watch.
Gilmore says, does Ben have a wake-up song? What do you mean generally, or do I have words to wake-up call? Let me know on that one. And Pammy says, Ben is primed, now he needs to sing us a happy tune. What are you on about? Well, I don't sing songs. Do I? You never know me to sing, Craig, have you?
I've never heard you sing.
No.
Last time the last time you sang, one of our monitors broke. You remember that?
He's a funny one, isn't he? He was being a bit spicy at the back end of last week. A few of you were commenting going, oh, Craig's been a funny one. He started the week off where he needs to continue. Can I just say, the reason we are in a bit of a singy mood today is that we were chatting about a few bits and pieces that we're going to be doing in between shows that you'll get to see on the social soon. But Georgina came in and she's producing today, and she was saying about a little Christmas idea. And you know the Carol of the Bells from Home Alone, the that one. Georgina came in and sang that, and we said we should do a little video, and it's now stuck in our heads. Hence the reason why I think you sang Scenes of Light at the start.
What one?
You did
Scenes
when
of
you sang
Light,
Scenes of Light.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apologies if we are a little bit that way today, but it's Georgina's fault because she started singing the Don't do it again.
We really are giddy the day, aren't we? We really are. Right.
Anyway, moving on. Craig.
Let's put all of our energy into the launch day. And before I forget, let's do the good afternoon, Georgina.
Oh, he's called it. Hang on.
Good afternoon. We don't think it's working now.
Oh yeah, just about heard that.
Just did you? Yeah. Afternoon, George.
Afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon. I don't know. We'll need to have a little play with the sound and that. We need to get that sorted. I know. Yeah, we can't have a non-working speaker here in the studio. We need that. We need to hear you guys. But yes, get your mornings and afternoons in as well. Right, let's have a look and see what's coming up in launch day today. And this is all about the Christmas 3D die and a pumpkin. Now, do you know something? That's going to trip me up all day. So I'm glad that I only have to say this during wake-up call.
What's going to trip you up?
This is the Christmas 3D and pumpkin die collection.
Oh.
This is 21 elements in total. So you're getting the Christmas star and the Christmas bauble, and you're getting the pumpkin die collection. All together, that's 21 elements with 10 sheets of your cherry 310 GSM Centura Pearl cardstock. Now, $46.99 or $54.95. Here in the UK and Europe, you are saving 25%. You guys stateside across the pond, you're saving over 20%. You are also, for you guys stateside, getting half price shipping. But then when it comes to platinum, that's coming down to $37.59 or $43.96. As I said at the start, you guys across Central Europe, you just need to go to .eu is the place where you'll go for all your details. Let's have a look. Now, keeping in mind, you're getting the cardstock as well, but this is what you're going to be getting. Now, these sets are what's going to enable you to be making super cool lantern pumpkins.
I love that.
I'm just sorting it so it's not as ski whiff. But then, with these dies, these cut in and out, so you can do panels, you can then do your aperture design, you can then come in with your patterned paper.
Yeah.
Now you get bases and lids, and it's going to be optional. I'm going to show you in Wake Up Call the main concept of these ones, but then you can play. Because you can do things like that and layer at the back. This is where you can use your gilding flakes like we're going to do in launch day. So what you've got is you've got 3 exactly the same. Now the reason we've given you 3 exactly the same, because in total to make a pumpkin you need 12 of them.
Okay.
Now I have a lot of patience, but even just having one and having to do that 12 times, I'd get a bit annoyed. So what we've done is we've put 3 in, so you're going to cut these 3 4 times, that's going to give you your 12. You have then got your shape, I don't even know if it's got 12 sides on it anyway. This is what's going to be your lid, it's going to be your base, you can have a bit of a play as well. Then you've also got the die that gives you the top of the pumpkin. As I say, it could be lots of different things. You can then start to turn it into a lantern.
Love that.
If you do the base without the aperture, you can then do little tea lights, battery operated tea lights, all these sorts of things that you can be doing. Or once again, these cut into your card bed. Use these as card blanks, a design in the middle of your card if you want to. Lots of different things that you can do. So that one is the pumpkin die collection. Then what we've got is we've got the bauble within this one here. So within this one here, I'm calling it the bauble. It's grand bauble. It's actually called within this one. But you have then got the main bauble, but then you've got these 2 dies. These are creating the bow. Now these all come together, you've got a little hook at the top, so if you've got any of the little split pins or that, this is how you're going to form it. This one we're not doing in Wake Up Call, this will be done in launch day. But what we've also done, this is the main mechanism. So this is the main die here, and you've got your design that goes into the middle. You've got another set here, where you have then got, because you've already got the outline die to create the bauble here, then to create different designs in the middle, what we've got is another die set where you get these dies to go in the middle. So again, you've got 2 of each, so you're not having to keep replicating each die cut design if you want, but this is one design here, this is the other design, and this is what they give you. So basically, these 2 go together, but you can use them separate if you want to, because these are a nice, obviously not quite an oval, not quite an egg shape, but a unique shape that you might want to use individually if you want. So you've got that one. And then we have got our star. Wow. We have got the most gorgeous, elegant star here. Now within this one, you're going to cut the main design with the decorative centre. That is then going to be the front panel here. Now what you're going to do is this outline die, you're going to do that again. Now you can either do it on its own, or if you want to have a pattern design on both sides of the star, you're going to then do that twice, and then you're going to sandwich them together. What that's going to do is that's going to give you depth, and that's going to give you your star. So you can see the depth there, but you can then choose if you're then going to do the design on the front and the back. If you use the outline die on its own and not use the decoration, you're going to get a full solid star. But then what you can do as well, you can use them in with your glitter cards that you can see here.
Oh wow, these are great.
Changing the colours if you want to. There's things that we sometimes bring and we'll say, now could you imagine making a lot of these and putting them on the tree? I absolutely can, hand on heart, say I could see myself making a load of these and putting them on the tree.
Yeah.
They're not overly time consuming, but these are so effective. Depending on how you're going to cut them, as in which cardstock, whether you do the design on the front and the back, whether you want to use the decorative centerpiece on its own, that could be into a card blank if you want, because there's no outside edge.
Yeah.
But look at that gold. We've got black cardstock and that has got gold gilding wax within these ones here. Then what about creating your own decorations? So by attaching them top, middle and then
That's
bottom.
super cool.
Then go in with your alphabet and then you can be creating your own little extended decorations.
I love that.
It's really, really cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then let's go into the baubles. These are what you're going to be able to make. So if you use the outline die on its own, you can cut into your cardstock and you get a full shaped bauble. Then you have got the little ribbon bow at the top. Mirror card or mirror card.
Yes, please.
So cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
So cool. Then what about Santa's Kitchen? Or if you got your papers out, a relatively new Crafter's Companion magazine.
Great.
Have a block of colour again, but then this time using the ribbon bow at the top to create the ribbons. Then this is when you're going to have even more fun by using these centre components within the bauble. So you can then do them a number of times and then you can create the shapes. Here's another one here.
Oh, wow.
So thinking of the cardstocks that you're using, pattern, plain, glitter, mirror, you can then go to town with all of these. So instead of putting vellum or acetate on the back, put pattern paper onto the back. Then you've got this shape here or this design here. Something so simple, reminds me of the strips of the candy canes that you get. So if you do that in red and white, here's another one with the blue. Now, what's really cool with these is with these ones, the decorative part. Now, there's no outline to these ones, Ben, but if you were to foil with them and then just sketch with a pencil all the way around and then hand cut around, you can then use it with your foil press.
Love that.
And use your foil press design in there as well. So these are so much fun. Whether you're going to be using them, be yourself within your crafting, whether you're going to get the kids involved. These are all going to go through the Gemini Midi and Junior. Many of them will at least go through the Mini and the Go as well. So kids are going to have fun making their own, put little treats in, decorate their own tree. I know when it comes to obviously Christmas trees, we've had this chat time and time again, in the future if I have kids, they'll get their own tree to decorate because they ain't decorating mine. I like mine a specific way. Let them have a play, create their own baubles they can put on their tree if they want to. Hanging decorations, there's loads and loads. There's that much that 2 hours later on even isn't going to do it justice. So I think if I get myself sorted and tidied, we can come back and we'll make a pumpkin, because you might think they are quite time consuming and difficult. These are so simple. A lot of fun that you can have with these, Ben.
I cannot wait to see these being made. I love the idea as well. I was just thinking whilst Craig was going through them all. I feel like every year when you decorate your Christmas tree, you get the same baubles, the same Christmas decorations. How about this year, just completely creating all of the different tree decorations and baubles for your tree. I love it so much. You guys are loving the deals as well. Few of you actually cottoning onto a deal which we've got coming up a little bit later on with some Centura Pearl. Pamela just saying, hey Ben, thanks for keeping me company whilst I knock out some OT working at home. You two are my faves. You're not allowed to have faves, but thank you. Rebecca says, you two are hilarious, thank you. And Brenda on Facebook says, I used to be in a bell choir. Playing Carol of the Bells was fun. Brings back happy memories. That would be amazing, wouldn't it, to get some bells in here for Christmas. We should get some of those little handbells. You know that time we did that show, Craig, and you were playing the handbells with the
that would be good.
Yeah, maybe we should.
I think we should. Yeah.
Maybe this Christmas.
Think about it. We should consider it.
Janet saying, Ben and Craig, sometimes I forget it's not early morning there. It will be a good day and lots of love for these dies as well. You all right, Craig?
Sharon Gruff on Facebook.
I was just about to read that.
Yeah. Incredible idea. No, you do it.
No, you do it.
You do. I do it, absolutely. Sharon, the pumpkin would make a beautiful lantern with a chinoiserie pad.
I was just about to say that, but you just stole my thunder.
Sorry.
Pammy on YouTube says, I'm going to make a bunch of these for my daughter's dorm suite with the stars. I want the stars, says Panda Crust. Totally want the pumpkin, says Joanna. And basically, I think lots of you saying that you want to jump in and grab these. So I think the thing to see here is how easy all of these are to put together, you know. So I think let's have a little look, because he says it's easy. Is it?
Very. Very, very, very. So here we have got the die set here. Now what you've got is you've got 3 that are exactly the same. They're all identical. It's just to cut down that cutting part. What you've then got is you've got what will be the lid and then also a base. Now I say a lid, the way that you construct it, you know, it's not a lid that's going to pop in or off. You know, you can then have a bit of creative play and make it so it's manoeuvrable and removable. But it is going to be your lid, and then this one here, you've got your aperture one. If you use that inside die, that's going to create a ring. That's going to be for the base, which then you can then maybe pop little battery operated tea lights or anything like that in. So these ones, we'll go through them just in a moment. So what I'm going to do is, now we're going for the pumpkin look, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to use orange card as an outline, but I wanted to show you how you can have a blocked colour in the back. So pumpkins aren't white, I know, but what I'm going to do is we're going to do the background of each of the layers within the white. And then what we're going to do is then we're going to come back and then we're going to cut these decorative parts with the outline in some orange.
Okay.
And then we're going to layer them up.
Are pumpkins white before they're ripe, are they?
Yeah, Georgina's just said that. I didn't realise that. I think you might actually be right enough, Georgina, yeah.
Oh, there is such a thing as white pumpkins, apparently.
There is.
Well, who knew?
Who knew?
Send us in pictures of your pumpkins, by the way, because whenever we talk about pumpkins, we do get pictures, and I think it might have been Mary who sent in a picture of her big pumpkin last time we were talking pumpkins. So feel free to send in studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk, especially if you've got white pumpkins as well.
Absolutely.
We'd like to see those.
Be good to see what you've got. Now what I've done here, when I come to layer the die cut design on top of a background panel, your double-sided adhesive sheets are going to be your best friend. Now don't get me wrong, you can use your tacky glue, you can use your tape runner, absolutely. I just find it's a lot easier when creating some of the pumpkins I was yesterday to use my double-sided adhesive sheets. And what I've done is I've put the covering back on so I can trim off the excess adhesive. If I was to keep this off, so if I take this off, this excess, if I was to cut that on my guillotine bend, that's going to gunk up my blade of my arm, which I don't want that to happen.
No.
So what I'm doing is I'm putting back over that top layer and then I'm trimming right to the edge of my orange card. So I've now got my double-sided adhesive backed card that is orange. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to go in with my junior plates here, and I'm going to go in with my white cardstock. And this is white smooth stamping card. You can be using, of course, your Centura Pearl if you want. And this is the thing with these ones, Ben. Whatever cardstock that you've got, you can be using. How many of you have got like strips that length within your stash at home? You know, you don't know what to do with them or how you're going to use them. These are going to be good for using the elongated bits you've got left over in the bit box. You can be doing that one.
Okay.
But then all that I'm going to do is normal plate configuration with it being a wafer thin die. We can then do plastic, magnetic, top plate, running that one through. And then what we can do is we're going to do the same again, but with the decorative die, and we're going to do it in the orange.
Joanna says, Craig, you can get white pumpkins called ghost pumpkins.
Ghost pumpkins.
Ghost pumpkins, aye. Kathy on YouTube says, pumpkins are green before orange. Another species is white, like yellow and red tomatoes. And Carolyn on Facebook says, yes, I get white pumpkins every year. Fall decorating is my favourite. Yeah, I have a feeling, because you guys in the US, I mean, Halloween is becoming more and more popular here, but I think over in the States, you guys will be getting the pumpkin die certainly, because I've seen, I don't know why as well, but on Facebook recently, I've been having loads of, you have like ads that flash up, and videos. Loads of people decorate, like showing like people's Halloween houses in the States, and I don't know why that is on my feed particularly, but some of the decorations and some of the sort of levels that you guys go to decorate your houses for Halloween.
Phenomenal, isn't it?
Off the chart, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Love to go and visit the States in the on Halloween, just to experience that whole thing.
I was, oh gosh, now 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I went to Florida, and we went. Actually, do you know something? It's coming up for must be 4 years this month. I went to Florida, and
on holiday.
On holiday.
Yeah.
With a past relationship in our family.
Ah.
And we were there because it was September time. The parks and everything were all done for Halloween and that.
Lush.
It looked absolutely incredible.
So this might be a silly question, but I'll ask it anyway. So when on the run up to Christmas, like everything's sort of Christmassy-fied from, I don't know, middle of November here, isn't it? Is that the same with Halloween then? Is everything decorated from sort of the end of September through till the end of October? Is that what happens?
Well, certainly when we went to the parks and the malls and the shops and all that, they were done for Halloween.
Oh, wow.
Which looked really good.
Yeah.
Still, I would say they still didn't go to the extent like we would at Christmas time.
No.
But still, our shopping malls and that don't decorate for Halloween or anything like that. Maybe just a little windows in the shop display, but it really was fascinating to see.
Do you decorate your house for Halloween?
I don't. I just do the typical old pumpkin, carve the pumpkin, and have that just sitting at the side. But actual decoration wise, I'm actually more inclined to do a couple of these this year as well.
Yeah.
Just have them potted about.
Great
It would
idea.
be quite good.
I love that.
Because then what you can start to use them for is if you are celebrating for Halloween, if you do a trick or treat table or something, you could use these as an alternative for, like name placement setting. You can have like witches' fingers and all that sort of stuff, the sweets with all that sort of thing you could have fun with on your the table for Halloween. So you don't necessarily have to use them as a decoration, as in a decoration for around the house.
I love Halloween. I think my kids, I think we will be going out guising, as you call it.
Guising.
Trick or treating again this year. I just love dressing up. And
You don't, do you?
Oh, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Now and again. What's my go-to costume? The thing is, I want to spend money on costumes and stuff, but then my wife says, oh no, you can't go spending money on things like that. So I usually end up just putting on like an older suit, and I sort of make my face up to sort of look sort of zombified. There's a picture on my Facebook page from last year when I did it. I did actually buy a suit last year. It was like a Halloween suit, one of those really cheapy ones where if you stand too close to a fire, it's not good.
One of them, like the foil press shirt.
Yeah, a little bit like that. But I love it all, and I would love to go to town in our house and like decorate it all up. But again, Mrs. Moseby's not massively fond. She's too much of a scaredy cat. I think if we had like skeletons and stuff hanging up or like spooky pumpkins, she'd scare herself.
Do you know who absolutely loves Halloween?
Who?
On our team, one of our designers, Sarah Kay.
Oh yeah.
She absolutely adores Halloween. She goes all out big time for Halloween. She loves it. Yeah, she loves it just like I love Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah.
So she's the person to be around for Halloween then.
Yes, she's definitely is for sure. But what I've been doing here, Ben, is I'm not going to do all of these because I've got them all done to the side, but I at least wanted to show you one, and these ones I can use later on. So what I've done, because I've used my double-sided adhesive sheets, I've now got my sticky back. So I'm now going to come in with one of these panels, and then I'm going to layer it straight over the top. So I'm going to follow it all the way through to the back here. And if you didn't want to do the panel, for instance, if you wanted to do it something like this, so the design is on its own, then you just wouldn't put a back into it. So press that in, and now we've got one of the panels.
Got ya.
So this is why you get 3 of them. So you would do the 3 of them 4 times. So that is going to give you 12 of them, which we've got here. And what you've also got within each one, top and bottom, you have a score line. So what I've already done is folded the top and the bottom of each one, and I've popped some red liner tape at the top and bottom. And the only reason I've got them in blocks of 3 here is, well, no specific reason actually. It was just because I've done 3, 3, 3, and then 3. Then what I'm going to do is I've got another piece of orange. Now I'm going to use this outline die. I'm going to use it on its own, and I would die cut this one twice. So I've already got one that looks like that. So, no, it doesn't. It looks like that. And then what we're going to do is we're then going to cut this die again with the aperture die, which will give us that. And we will need that twice as well. And this is where it's going to give us stability, but what it's also going to do is it's going to hide the workings of our pumpkin.
Yeah.
So what I can do is pop it in, and there is a way to pop this in. The aperture of the shape has the same shape as the inside die. So I'm going to pop this one. I'm going to run this one through. Oh, do you know what we can do while we're here?
Yeah?
Let's take a piece of green card and let's put the tip
I'll do the stalk.
of the pumpkin. Let's run that one through, and then we can start to assemble this.
Mary Kay, I knew it was you, Mary. I knew. Just saying, my huge pumpkin has stopped growing. It's at 74 inches diameter, but now there's another pumpkin trying to catch it up. I don't think it's going to catch up, but it's off to a good start.
Awesome.
Stephanie says, I would say mid-October is when people begin to decorate. You can't decorate / carve your pumpkins until a few days before. Yes, because obviously they sort of shrivel, don't they?
Yeah.
Rosalind says, I love pumpkin decorations all year long. I have some white ones we use for decorations during Christmas. And Gilmore says on YouTube, Ben, are you and Craig going as a unicorn this year? Lol. Cool, that's a conversation which goes back a few months, isn't it? Well, when we could do, but I don't know who'd end up being the back end.
I don't know. Who'd be what?
Huh?
Who'd be what?
Well, I don't know. We'd probably have to flip a coin, wouldn't we?
Probably, yeah.
Maybe we'll go with something else. We were discussing this. We didn't actually ask the boss whether or not, towards Halloween this year. I think my last working day is the 30th of October, and Halloween obviously the 31st. Whether or not we'll be allowed to wear some spooky costumes on air, but we'll have to wait and see.
Hopefully we will be.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And I know we had this conversation the other day, but I'm a bearer of very few brains. You dressed up last year, didn't you? Or was it the year before?
The year before.
The year before.
Yeah. Producer Laura that used to work here, she dressed up, got me dressed up.
Oh yes, as Dracula.
Yes, as Dracula. Did indeed.
Ah.
Now what I've done here is only on the top of these panels, I've taken my red liner tape off the top. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go in, so I've taken the top one without the aperture, and all that I'm going to do is, because you've got straight lines all the way around, I'm going to then go in, I'm just trying to see which way, probably easiest doing it this way to show you. So I'm going to pop the die up to the score line, and then I'm going to press, and I'm going to keep going all the way around. So we're going to go in, and then I'm just making sure I've got right into that score line. We're going to keep working our way all the way around. So making sure I've got that score line. I did burnish them beforehand, but want to make sure that I've got a really nice clean burnish.
Nick Connie's just saying, would you still get good pieces if you cut 2 in one pass, Craig?
Oh, absolutely. You can cut 1 in one pass if you want to. It's entirely up to you. But the reason we put 3 in,
time saving.
It's a time saver. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, if for whatever reason you only wanted to do the 1 at a time, then yeah, you can do. Maybe you've only got a mini, and you can only do 1 at a time. Then yeah, by all means, please do that.
And do you know Sandy Bellinger? You know Sandy, right?
Yeah.
It's Sandy's birthday today. And she says our 46th anniversary. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And happy anniversary.
And anniversary. Fab.
Producer Georgina's going, is that just so the other half doesn't forget? Oh dear. I'm very good with our wedding anniversary. In our relationship, it's normally my wife that forgets, actually. So
is it?
Yeah, it's the other way around, because it's normally that's a sweeping generalisation,
Yeah.
but a lot of the time it's the bloke, isn't it? But I'm always on the ball with that.
I'm quite good at remembering birthdays,
Yeah, birthdays and anniversaries.
Yeah, it's George in the gallery. He's just said the same about his partner.
So George met his partner on her birthday. So your anniversary is her birthday. Well, that makes it easy for you, doesn't it? No
George
excuses to
can
forget.
never forget. Never forget. Now, what I've done here, as you can see, so if I turn that over, you can see that we've got what would be a really large flower.
I think a
which
nice
would
flower.
look quite nice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn it over, and we've got the workings here. Now, again, what you could be doing is you could use your tacky glue if you want to, or your adhesive sheets. I'm going to go in with my red liner tape. So I'm going to pop my red liner tape onto the back of one of them. This is what's going to stabilise the base or the lid, depending on which way you want to use it, which way round. And then what I can do is if I sandwich that to neaten it up here, so we're going to pop that one on to there. So I really quite like that effect there.
Yeah.
There
That's
we
really
go.
cool.
And then what we're going to do now is exactly what I've done a moment ago, Ben, but we're going to do the same, but onto our top layer where we've created the aperture. So we're going to fold it over, and then we can come along and cover the workings using our little aperture layer.
Sam Smith on YouTube says, could you cut the 3D decorations out of felt? Is there a way to get it to hold its shape with felt?
Now, I'm not an expert, or I have very little knowledge on soft crafts. Now, there is a stabiliser product out there. Now, the outline die, that would cut felt no problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'd go as far to say I think this one would as well, because it's not overly detailed,
yeah.
the decoration, but you would need to look into something like a stabiliser or something that's going to really make the fabric really sturdy.
Okay.
I don't think I'll see Bernie this week, but I could always drop her a message with a photo just to ask her, get her take on it.
I suppose the thing again is give it a go, isn't it, really?
Exactly. Because all that would be is a little bit of fabric to try.
Exactly right. You could try it on a little small strip, couldn't you? Lots of people as well now suggesting, now they've seen like the decoration flat out like you're seeing now, lots of people going, ooh, great decoration, there's a flower. Jamie saying, cut the bottom tabs off, you've got yourself a sunflower.
Yeah.
Mary saying, I could see these as large flowers as wall decorations in my granddaughter's room. Why not?
Why not?
Absolutely. You know, it's obviously been made to create these 3D pumpkins, but use it for whatever you want to use it for. That's the whole thing again, isn't it?
It is. That's the whole thing. And it's what happens a lot of the time. You know, you get a product for one specific thing.
Yeah.
And then you cut it out, you see what elements are like cut out, you end up seeing something else, you end up using it for something else. So absolutely, you know, these are going to make these incredible pumpkins, but as we've all seen, what you can also do is create really nice sizable wallflowers if you want to as well. But all that I'm doing is I'm working my way round, and then what I'm doing is I'm stretching it slightly by pushing down. But once we get that last one in, you see it all meets up absolutely spot on. So what you can see just now from one area, so you can see how that looks, but then what you can then do is start to flatten it out a bit more. You can always add shape before, but you've got your pumpkin coming together. And then what I'm going to do here, let's go in, I'm going to use some thinner red liner tape. The piece with the aperture is technically going to be the base for it, Ben, because this is where you could feed through your little battery operated lights or anything that's inside. And the way that I've made this one is the way that's intended to be made. So this is me following what the instructions would say to you. But what we'll do in launch day is we will, of course, do a couple of different styles and show you that you can do lots of different things. So let's take that one off. Then what I'm going to do is we're going to go up, and then what I'm doing is making sure that's nicely flushed. So once again, this would be the base, so you could pop things in it. But keeping in mind, you don't have to do an aperture base. If you wanted to have two full panels, you can do. It's up to yourself.
Yeah.
And then what I've done is I've cut out 2 of these within the green. Let's use my tacky glue.
And same again that you could, you don't have to have it all the same colour, do you? You know, you can choose to do different panels. You can choose, if you want to do some acetate panels as well, I guess you could do that.
Of course you can.
You know, it's entirely up to you. The sky's the limit with this.
It really, really is. I've backed mine with white cardstock.
Yeah.
But as you touched upon there with the acetate or your vellums, that would look like an absolute dream if you were to do that. But all that I'm doing is stabilise the top. What's it called again?
I call it the stalk, but I don't know. Is that the right word for it?
I would have said stalk.
Stalk of the pumpkin? Is it the stalk? You have to let us know.
So you've got little score line as well. So what I'm doing is folding that back. What we can then do is go in. I'll use my tacky glue for this. That's why I've got it out. And then what I'm going to do is press this one.
We're going with stalk in the gallery.
Yeah. There we go. All that I'm doing is I'm just pressing it down here. But then there we go. So we've now got our pumpkin that we've got here. And there's still ways that you can add it in. Now again, you can flatten it more. You can hold down the inside if you wanted to with a handmade panel or something. But yeah, you've got a boing. But do you know what? It's such fun, so good to actually have something that you can create your own Halloween pumpkin. If you do that with your purples and your greens as well, still going to look Halloween. Chinoiserie collection, that would look absolutely gorgeous as well. Absolutely beautiful. But within this collection is what's coming up with myself and Ben in launch day. This is the Christmas 3D star and bauble, plus your pumpkin die collection, 21 elements in total, with your 10 sheets of 310 GSM cherry Centura Pearl, £46.99 or $54.95. Here in the UK and Europe, you're saving 25%. You guys, US of A, you're saving over 20%. But platinum, that comes down even more to $37.59 or $43.96. But also for you guys stateside, you get half price shipping and handling as well. So a nice little Billy bonus for a Monday for you guys as well. So really looking forward to this one.
I know it is super busy already. Lots of people getting their orders in early, as is always the case. This is the reason we bring you Wake Up Call with Craig, so you can get that sneak peek. You can get ahead of everybody else. The early bird catches the pumpkin. Lots of you suggesting as well different ways that you can use these, which I love. Debbie just saying, Craig and Ben, my birthday is on Halloween, so I love all things about the day, and this pumpkin is beautiful. Vicky says these would make good Christmas lanterns for the children. Yeah, absolutely. Make them for Christmas, make them for Halloween. If you're like me, my mum always decorates a little tree at Easter time. You could use them as little decorations for an Easter tree if you do that as well. These would make great Christmas lanterns. And Rosalind says you could also use these as a flameless tea light cover on a table or lanterns. And thank you to our Rachel, who is keeping us right on the socials today, who's just messaged and says, trivia. Another word for, she doesn't talk like that, but another word for a pumpkin stem is a peduncle. What a great word.
I love that.
That's a great word. A peduncle, the stalk bearing a flower or fruit. Rachel, thank you so much. That is my word of the day, and let that be your word of the day as well. Try and get that into a conversation with somebody. Peduncle, another word for a pumpkin stem. Thank you, Rachel.
And say, have you got any of your pumpkins yet? But it has to have a really big peduncle.
If you do that, you need to actually film that, because I would love to see the clueless face on the person that you ask when you go peduncle, and they go, what?
They'll be saying, you're a peduncle.
You're a peduncle.
Listen, you're a peduncle.
No, you're a peduncle. Now, listen, we've got some other great deals for you as well, which I just quickly wanted to show you. Vellum, 12x12 Vellum. As we talked about with these 3D decorations, of course you can use things like your Vellum, you can use things like your acetate as well. So it's great that we've got these Vellum collections as well. I will have a good flick through these for you later on launch day, but basically it's a buy two, get one free deal, and we've got the 12x12 collection from your farmhouse, which is always super popular. Then also within this bundle, we have got your Caring Thoughts collection. Again, 36 sheets within this one. And then lastly, we've got your Vintage Diary as well. Works out at $39.98 or $47.92 if you want to pick that up before the rush a little bit later on. Buy two, get the third one for free. Now, we've also got plenty of Vellum and acetate for you too, and again this works out on a buy two get one free deal. The watercolor Christmas collection still super popular, and you're going to get that beautiful acetate from that collection with the snowflakes on. On top of that, from the Gnomes collection, you've got your 8x8 acetate and Vellum pack. So you've got two different designs for the acetate, two different designs for the Vellum as well. And then also throwing the freebie in, you've got your 12 sheets of A4 acetate as well. £14.38 or $18.32 is the deal on that one on launch day a little bit later on. And this collection, I know a lot of you have spied because you've been chatting about it on the socials. It is the Centura Pearl Halloween collection, and this is amazing. You are going to get within this collection 10 sheets of your pumpkin. You're also going to get 10 sheets of your black. On top of that, we're giving you your pale silver, 10 sheets. I love all of these colours. Check out the rose gold, absolutely gorgeous. And then on top of that, can you believe, as a little added freebie, we're throwing in 10 more sheets of your pumpkin as well. So it's 50 sheets in total. You're only paying for 40, and look at that price. It is unbelievable. Just there. £9.57 platinum, or $13.57 if you're shopping with us in the US. That's proving really popular. Get it in your basket now. Get the launch day goodies in your basket too. Shop ahead of everybody else, and then later on, when we bring you the show, you can sit back and enjoy all of the demonstrations and inspiration that Craig will be giving you. Right, there's lots of people with lots of stuff in the basket, so let's give you a couple of minutes to check out, and we will be back with more in just a couple.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook. where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Hello and welcome back to a Wake Up Call with Craig. If you've just joined us, thank you for tuning in this Monday. If you've been with us since the start, hopefully you've been enjoying all of the fun, all of the demonstrations as well, and hopefully now you know all about the peduncle. Thank you as well for the messages coming in. Lots to chat about Halloween as well, which we love, and lots to chat about that Centura Pearl I just showed you a few moments ago. Vicky just saying on YouTube, I need to get the Halloween Centura Pearl. Get it whilst it's here, because I have a feeling later on when people start waking up, when we come to you at 3 o'clock here in the UK, of course, on launch day, 10 o'clock East Coast, 7 o'clock West Coast, there'll be more people watching, and that Centura Pearl is going to fly out the door. So if you've got your eye on it, if you've got a slight little inkling that you want to get it now to ensure that collection is yours. Nefertiti just saying a great deal on that Halloween colour card as well. Keep the comments coming through if you have just joined us. Anything you want to ask, anything that you want to know, anything you want to share, of course you can get in touch with us on Facebook and on YouTube as well. We've got the lovely Rachel taking care of things as far as that is concerned, and we are here with you for the next, look at the time, 35 minutes. I was about to go, we're here with you for the next hour, but we've got 35 minutes remaining, so I shall shut up and we will get over to the other side of the studio where Craig is going to be going through more of the goodies that we've got coming up, because we've got lots of Christmas themed items as well, Craig, haven't we?
We do indeed. We've got some new Christmas scent. Well, we're going to say relatively new, not brand new today. Might be new to you if you've not seen them before, and Monday Makers being the first chance that you'll have seen them, or within Wake Up Call today. This is the large, Christmas large, Words Edgeable die collection. Getting 6 elements in total. Now, first and foremost, that top left-hand side one, Happy Holidays. That is an exclusive to us and our website at Crafters Companion. So you guys stateside will have not seen that one on HSM. The today's price is $64.95 or $74.75. Works out as everyone's saving over 15%. Platinum comes down to £51.96 or $59.80. What it also means for everyone as well, works out that you buy 5 and you're getting 1 free. So you've got your 6 sets there with different Christmas sentiments. It is that edgeable factor, but there's lots of different ways in which you can use them. So before we show you some finished samples, let's show you our black and white boards to give you the idea, again, if you've maybe not seen them before. So we've got the die. Now how this works is we've got all the decoration within the middle of the die, but the outline of the die cuts out. There is an outline die, but along the bottom here, there's no die. So what that means is this bottom half stays within the card, and this top half, this will then remove any excess card out the way. This being the Merry Christmas, so this is how it looks. That black is what is, would be, of course, your cardstock. But then what you can do really, really simply and quickly, pop them into a card, and how elegant does that look?
That's great. Even
black and white, but of course, you might be using some of your festive colours if you want. Might go monochromatic, you might go vintage, you know, you might go more kind of, more modern as well if you want to. But you've got lots of choices there. Now what we've got is Season's Greetings, exactly the same idea, cuts out the top, but stays in the bottom, so you get a half and half. Snip into it, cut into it, paper piece into it, layer on top of it, colour in them, stencil with them. Don't always just think of them as a dies for your card, lots of other things that you can do in place. So that one being Season's Greetings. We've got Silent Night,
Holy Night,
peace on earth, warm winter wishes, happy holidays to everyone out there that may have not seen this across in the United States on HSM.
Because is that the one, the Crafters TV exclusive?
It is indeed. So that is all of them. So that's all 6 of them. So as I say, that's 6 that you're getting, but it does on that price as well. On the today's price, it works out as though you're buying 5, you're getting 1 free, but of course, even better with having that platinum price. So that's what you're getting. So let's show you some of the things that you can be doing. So what I'm going to do is let's show you a really, really simple one to start with. The initial idea.
Yeah.
And I say simple, but it is simple to create. But how effective is that?
No, it doesn't look simple. It
Yeah.
looks professional and amazing.
Exactly, yeah. And, you know, with making so many cards at Christmas time for your own purpose or to sell, you know, at markets, online, anything like that, you need not to be quick, you need not to be simple, but you need to still have that wow factor. And that's exactly what these give you. But then, if you're more experienced or more adventurous, bringing in your scoreboard or your Ultimate Pro, you can then start to create the bands for them if you want to. You can then start to incorporate some of your edgeable stamps as well if you want. So you don't need to think of them as standalone dies. Then what you can then do is onto, you know, the diagonal corners of your cards. So we've got seasons, greetings. This is where you can then do them in one colour, a matte colour, that they will then, or sorry, I'll start that again. You can cut into a matte colour. You can then come over the top and you can ink over the top with water reactives or maybe colour with tri-blends or classiques, watercolours, all these different things you can be doing. But then you might want to go deeper, that you can see within this season's greetings ones here. If you were to then adhere both sides, this could be like a little money wallet if you wanted to as well.
Oh, yeah.
So you can then be using them in different ways. Again, concept cards, Ben. If you want to do all your standalone cards,
that's really
you can
cool.
see here, a little bit of gold on the backdrop.
Yeah.
We'll do something similar by doing a backdrop colour in a moment. Silent Night, bringing in your nativity collection. We've then got Peace on Earth. That craft card in that white just works an absolute treat. But then do really tall cards as well if you want to. You can start to incorporate it with your acetates and vellums. You've got your reds that you can use, going in with your tartans and your golds. Then once again, starting to incorporate toppers that you've got or stamps that you've got. For instance, you know, this was from our gosh, I can see it, Nativity collection.
Yeah.
But if you got the Hunky Dory Blockbuster when it first launched and you've got any of these sorts of Bethlehem toppers left, start to use them. Start to use, again, your stamps. Make a scene, you know, make a playful scene when it comes to your cards and your stamps. Few more. Yes, you can go big, but don't forget you can go really small as well. Or use it as a complete separate sentiment. Focal point for your card with an acetate band. There's lots of things that you can do when it comes to these large dies, Ben. So therefore, let's show you exactly what you can do.
Absolutely.
So we're going to dive straight in. Now what I've got is I've got a, I think it's just shy of 6 by 6, 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So you can see that one there. Then what I've done is I've got another piece, 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. This is actually going to be my easel card. So what I'm going to do to start with is let's take, excuse me a minute, Ben, I'm just about to take a very quick drink of my juice.
You're all right, whilst you have a little drink. Lots of love still coming in for all the collections on the show. Lots of love for our singing today, which I'll take that. There's a number one in the making there, says Gemma, referring to our little sing-song we had a few moments ago. I'm not quite sure about that, but we'll take that. I mean, we're just ad-libbing today. Think about if we actually put some effort into doing it. I mean, maybe we could get a Christmas number one. I thought the word sounded a bit different to Silent Night, says Gilmore. Yeah, just a little bit different. And Cyrus Creations is saying, Ben and Craig are on a roll this morning. We're having a laugh, we're having some fun. You kind of get the gist as to how today is going to go, because it's me and E all day long.
All day.
I mean, I couldn't have wished for a better team for me. Fake Friday. It's your Monday, but it's my Friday. So yeah, it's going to be good today. It's going to be a good day.
This is as well. It's my short week.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you finish Thursday?
My last day's Thursday.
How often do you have a short week?
Once a month.
Ah.
Yeah. Although to be fair, does sometimes feel as though I get more than that, but it is just it's usually round. It's either the second last or the last Friday of the month.
Yeah.
I have that Friday off, so I get a bit of a long weekend. The last time I had one was actually when it was a launch day for Hunky Dory, and I came in and done that launch day show.
So I'm thinking we've got Debbie Robinson on Friday then, have we, for Wake Up Call?
You don't.
Oh.
You've got Jan and Michelle's coming in.
Oh.
Yep, and don't forget you've got the craft factor as well.
Yes. Okay.
So it's going to be good, because I believe Jan's got a launch day on Friday.
Yes. Oh, Dreamies.
Dreamies.
Yes, I do know that, in fact, because Carol messaged me a couple of days ago from the Dreamies saying how excited she is.
What's Carol Skyping in?
I believe she is, yeah.
Fab.
Yeah, Carol's Skyping in, so that is going to be a lot of fun.
So good.
And Michelle's here to do Colour Me Happy as well, so that's going to be good on Friday. Lots to look forward to this week, I believe.
Really
Lots
is.
to look forward to.
Really is.
What are you doing with your long weekend then?
I don't know,
Chillaxing?
actually. Yeah, I want to... I still do a bit of crafting, I still do a bit of prepping and that, but that's not classed as work, that's just me sitting doing a bit of crafting, really.
That's it, isn't it? Yeah.
But I'll maybe go somewhere for the day or something like that, because everyone's working anyway, so
Oh, yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah. We'll have to hook up at some point. Have a,
Oh, too right, yeah.
have a
gosh,
Jolly Boys day out.
Forget about that.
I tell
yeah.
you what we will definitely have to do, and I don't know if you've already got plans about this, but this is going back to the Halloween pumpkins that we had earlier on. The new movie's coming out, isn't it, soon?
It is.
Are you going to the cinema?
It's one of the, I believe, now I know for you guys stateside, it is going on the cinema and
Yeah.
it's also going on Peacock to
Oh, right.
stream. I believe
This is a new Halloween
the
movie.
Halloween movie, the new one.
Yeah.
I believe something similar is happening here in the UK. I don't know if it's Netflix or Prime, I don't know. But I want to go to the cinema and see it.
Right, I'm with you then.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's got to be a cinema thing. So whenever we find out when that's out, we'll book in a date. You and I will have a road trip to wherever the local cinema
Too
is.
right. I think it's at three weeks this Friday, I think, or
He's
it's
counting
either
them
2 or
down.
3 weeks. Yeah.
See, I've got that on my sort of list of films to watch. The new Bond movie I want to watch.
Now, do you know what I watched?
What?
You don't happen to have Apple TV, do you?
I don't.
There's a 45-minute documentary.
Right.
All about it's Daniel Craig and the 2 producers of the last few Bonds.
Oh, yes.
Talking about it, and they went into a bit more depth as to why he said he would do more, and then he's come back to do this one.
Yeah.
And really interesting on Apple TV. It just came on the other day.
Oh.
Really worthwhile. And I'm not a big Bond fan. I can take it or leave it.
Oh, I love Bond.
And it was really interesting.
Right, I'll have to look out for that. It is Daniel Craig's last one, but that's end of September. Then we've got the new Halloween movie end of October, and then the other one I definitely want to go to the cinema to see is the new Ghostbusters movie,
Yeah,
which
I'll
is
be with you
November.
on that one.
Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yep.
So yeah, isn't it nice that we can talk about going to the cinema again?
So nice.
It's just brilliant.
I've not actually been since
No, I haven't.
COVID had all started. And
Like about 2 years probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's because Halloween was meant to be out last year.
Oh,
it's
of
called
course.
Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
And it was meant to be out last year, but because, and I don't blame them, the cinemas were still open, I believe, but it was because it was reduced reduced capacity.
Yeah.
That they just felt it didn't do the team and everyone that put all the work into the movie justice, for not a lot of people being able to go. So they held off to this year, which I don't blame them. So yeah, we will definitely be doing that.
Love it. Love it. Lots to look forward to.
So what I've done there is using that 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 square, I put my die up towards the top and then I've die cut it. Then using pink tulip and parakeet water reactive, I've gone and used it as a stencil. And then when I lift it off, what we've got is our inky background that you can see. So where there was little gaps, we've now gone through and we've coloured that one.
That's fab.
And then with this lukewarm water, baby wipe, something like that, is going to clean it no problem. Then what I'm going to do is I actually want to cover this back panel here. So what I've done is I've taken a piece of lilac glitter card, 5 3/4, and in case you want to know, I've cut it in a depth of 3 inches, but all that I really need is for it to be deep enough to cover the back here. So if anything, I could have probably got away with 2 inches depth. So then what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to use my dotty, no I'm not, because it's glitter card, Ben, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my tacky glue. And what I'll do is I'll go around this bottom part of all the die cut pieces with my tacky glue and we can attach it to my glitter card.
Okay. Leslie's just saying, booked in to see Bond on the 1st of October. Husband really happy, not into scary films. Last film I saw was Bohemian Rhapsody. That was a great movie. All about Freddie Mercury. Have you seen that?
Don't think I've seen that. My mum and my stepdad just loves everything about them.
It is the same guy who played Freddie Mercury as the guy who's the new Bond villain.
Really?
Yeah, Rami Malek. Pammy says, I have to watch the new Halloween movie at home so I can pause it and fast forward it when it gets super scary. I can't do scary movies. I love that, Pammy. What you could do is when the scary bit comes on, what I used to do do you remember the original Incredible Hulk TV show? You know, when he used to change into the Hulk, I usually used to have to go and hide behind the sofa.
Did you?
Yeah. So rather than pausing it, you could just run behind the sofa and hide down the back of the sofa until like the scary music disappears. That's another tip.
Yeah.
Panda Craft says, I like silly scary, not scary movies. This one here, the scarier the better. He watches them at home on his own. Lights down, don't you? But you make sure you lock the door, lock the windows.
I have my little routine. I make sure the front door's locked.
Yeah.
I make sure the windows are closed and the curtains are closed. And then, lights off, everything.
Yeah.
Watch them on my own. It's the best way to watch them.
That's hardcore, that is, though, isn't it, eh?
Saying that, though, both Debbie Fisher and Debbie Robinson, they love their horrors as well.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we'll have to get them to come with us to the cinema as well.
I think, need to go. They love their horrors too. They adore them.
Terry Thomas saying, my daughter and I have gone to the cinema to watch every Annabelle movie and all of the Conjuring movies. She is my scary movie buddy. We don't care for the slasher ones. We like the ones more about paranormal. I don't care for those ones. I like the jump ones, the ones that with that make you jump. That's the ones that I like. Georgina's going, no.
I like them all, but I do love a real gory slasher movie.
Oh.
Yeah. Brilliant. Although don't watch the relatively new Wrong Turn on Netflix.
The new what?
New Wrong Turn.
Oh, I don't know those.
Yeah, the original one's good, not the new version. Anyway, on that note, in case you don't like horrors like Georgina.
Oh yeah, let's move on.
What I've done is I have then attached that to the bottom part of my easel cards. And then we're going to go in. Once again, I'm going to use my tacky glue because I'm going to go on with my glitter card. So I'm going to go in with my tacky glue.
Yeah.
And this paper pad is from the Gnome collection. So I'm going to pop this one into there. And then I can pop this onto the base. We're then going to come in with a little strip that I've also cut. So if I pop this one on there, then this one gone in with a little strip. The pattern paper is 5 1/4 by 1 1/2. And it's the opposite side that I'm using. So we're going to go in, so I've got the dotty showing. I'm going to lift this one with foam pads, and then that's all I'm going to do for this one because we're quickly running out of time.
We are, it's flown by this show.
But it'll give you that idea of how you can be quite creative in what you do with them. But here we go, just going to lift these with a few, and then that'll be me for this one. Going in. Into here.
Okie dokie.
Oh, did you see that, Sandra, on YouTube?
I was just about to read that, yeah, giving us tips of where to go to the cinema.
In Darlington. I think that's the one that I've been to before.
What, cinema in Darlington?
Yeah. The View. Sure it's that one, Ben.
Well, that's where we'll go then. We shall go there. We shall go there.
Now here we go. I would decorate that, maybe another piece of pattern paper, snowflakes, maybe ribbon, whatever you want. But you've got your easel card. It folds relatively flat, a few millimeters or so. Maybe an envelope box, or of course a normal box would be absolutely fine. Let's lift it up, got a bit of adhesive. But there we go. That's part of the Christmas Large Words Edgeable Die Collection. 6 elements in total, $64.95, $74.75. Here in the UK, well actually all over, everyone's going to be saving over 15%. Happy Holidays is an exclusive to us at Crafters TV. You guys stateside will have not seen them across on HSN, but it does work out for everyone. You're buying 5 and you're getting 1 free. Platinum being £51.96, $59.80 of course. 3 places to go, crafterscombined.co.uk here in the UK.com for you guys stateside, and if you are Central Europe, you need to go to .eu where all your prices and info will be there, and the language that you can read, because I'm not good. I did take German at school, but didn't sink in. so I can't speak German.
Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch.
That's what I thought as well.
Yeah. Thank you for all the messages coming in. Leslie just saying on YouTube, my cousin used to hide behind the sofa when the Cybermen came on Doctor Who. Me too. He's now 57 and I still remind him of it. Thank you. I love all these comments. Love the fact that you guys are loving the show so much and being interactive with us. That is what it is all about. We are rapidly running out of time and I know that we do need to chat about the demo of the show before we go. But I just quickly, I'll try and flick through a few of these for you. Coming up on Monday Makers, of course, we do have our Monday Mega 2, and we have got your Midas Metallic ink pad collection. So basically within this collection you're going to get pink lace, you're going to get your fig green, you're going to get amethyst, you're going to get blush, platinum, oh hang on a minute, blue organza, red garnet, you've got your bronze, you've got your satin, and also your gold. Now, we haven't got the gold here, but basically this one and the gold you get for free. You get 3 for free, because it's buy 7, get free. Buy 7, get 3 free. That is not easy to say on a Monday. Yes, so grab these. They're brilliant as well. If you love doing things like your stenciling, if you love doing your blending, slow drying, of course, as well. So perfect for doing your embossing with as well, should you want to. Buy 7, get 3 free. £27.94 or $44.52. Again, we'll look at those in more detail a little bit later on, but that is your Monday mega deal. So it's here only for 24 hours or whilst stocks last. Right, we've literally got 13 minutes remaining on the show, and I know we need to get back and have a look at one final item. It's going to be a busy day actually, because we've already had a look at our brand new launch on launch day, the word edibles of course as well, but the last thing we need to bring to you is the Scenes of Light collection, the stamp and die collection, which I think we're going to have a little look at now, aren't we?
I think we're doing demo of the show first.
Oh, we're doing demo of the show first?
We're doing demo of the show first.
We can do demo of the show. Oh, you just get it all lined up?
Yep.
Okay, demo of the show.
Let's do it. So number 1, we used the pumpkin die to create our little pumpkin that we've got here. That's coming up in launch day. So that's number 1. And then number 2 was the warm winter wishes using our Christmas sentiment dies, which is coming up in Monday Makers. So that's number 2.
All right.
Number 1 or number 2?
Okay, you've got a little bit longer then. Say about 7 minutes to get your vote in, 1 or 2, and we will crown the winner just before the end of the show. Reigning champion, of course, by the way, in case you missed it yesterday on Second Chance Sunday, Debbie Robinson winning last week with her magic wallet card, which neither I nor Joe still understand. Get your votes in, and we'll come back to that in just a few moments' time. Right, Scenes of Light, Craig. Oh.
Scenes of Light. This is the Scenes of Lights, this stamp and die collection with 29 elements in total. Now, first and foremost, I'm going to say the Wise Men of Light is a Crafters TV exclusive. You'll only find it with us. You'll have not seen it on HSN for you guys stateside. Now, £67.96, $79.80 is working out that everyone's saving over 20%. But platinum price, that's going to come down to £54.37 or $63.84. As of course, as I said beforehand, if you are across in Europe, you just need to go to .eu, and these make super cool projects. So what I'll do is I'll quickly go through the boards for you to then see. So within these ones here, this one we're going to see is the Nativity of Light set here. Now you might think, oh, how's that going to come together?
How's that going to come together?
It will become apparent in a moment or two, although in saying that, I'm going to use them in a slightly different way within Wake Up Call, but what we're going to do is we'll do them again Monday Makers in a lot more detail. So this Wise Men of Light, this is the one that you will only get with us at Crafters TV. Then what we've got is Rooftops of Light, and then we have then got another 2 that is non-Christmas. Village of Light, well, it could be Christmas or it could be different times throughout the years. This one also not Christmas, being the Fairies of Light. And these make cards, or these make projects such as these. So a nicely decorated front, but then when you open it up, you have got the fairy, or you've got whichever scene that you're using within the middle. So this is when you can get your creativity going for the front. I wouldn't do too much on the front because you want
That's
that wow
brilliant.
factor to be into the middle. So what we'll do within Monday Makers is we will step you through the initial concept of how to create it this style, as in this is the way that you would then be using them. But what we can then do is show you another way as well. So what we're then going to do is, let's dive straight in. So we're going to go in with rooftops of light with this one here. And just to say as well, what you do get is you get a little step-by-step booklet as well that you can see here. So it's going to step you through each of the different steps that you need. We will do that in Monday Makers, as I say, but what I have done is I've got a couple of pieces of cardstock. I have cut these to 10.5 by 6.5 inches, and then what I've done is I've scored it 1 inch and then 1.5 inch. And I've done exactly the same, scored at 1 inch, 1.5 inch, and I have done this twice that you can see here. Then what I've also done is I have then taken another piece of cardstock, which is 8.25 by 5.5. So what I'm going to do with one of them is let's fold, and I would be burnishing them, but we're going to fold them so I've got the start of my, it's like a theatre card. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with our dies. So we can then go in with the church, we've got the little house with the tree, and then we've got the backdrop that we've got here. Plus, what you've also got is Santa and his sleigh. So what you can do, if you find it easier to use a pencil line as a guide, then by all means please do. I don't know who was using these last, but they are still gunked up. But what we're going to do is, I'm going to do it for time and speed. Let's just go straight in. So this is your outline die, and what this one does, in conjunction with each of the designs, what you're going to do is join them together. What happens is on this one here, you've got the die edge all the way round, but there's no die along the bottom. So what that means is it's all going to stay in place. So let's go in with my low tack tape. So I'm going to secure that one there. I'm then going to come in, I'm going to match the edge of the die to the side of the die. And once again, I'm going to secure that. To make doubly sure, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape this one side and side. I think what we may have to do, Ben, is that going to go through my junior? Let's see. I'm going to turn my junior towards me to see if I can kind of get it. Is it going to go in? Yes, so I think what we'll do is, the plan was to do lots of colour in that. So I think if I cut this now, and then in Monday Makers, we can come back and then we can start do our own backdrop of colours.
Yeah.
So what I would do here is let's take this one off. So if I pop this one out and then pop this one out, what you would then need to do is taking your scissors, and all that I'm going to do is snip there and then snip here. And then what I'm going to do again at this point to finish off, I'm going to take the church and the outline die. I'm going to cut that one to the side, and then with this excess piece of card, I'm going to cut the backdrop.
Yeah.
And then within Monday Makers, what we'll do is we will start to do colouring in and finish it, put it together.
Excellent stuff. We've literally got 5 minutes remaining on the show. I don't know where this hour and a half has gone. It's absolutely flown by.
Seems to go quicker and quicker and quicker every single day.
Which obviously means we're having a great time. And hopefully you're enjoying yourself as much as we are as well. Thank you for all of your votes, by the way, coming in on demo of the show. Don't vote now, because we have totted up all of the votes, and we will get the result very shortly indeed. You can still vote though on the Craft Awards. More details about which perhaps we'll just pop up for you at the end of the show. It's this Friday. Can you believe where's that gone as well? It seems like only 5 minutes ago that we were talking about the fact that you'd managed to get us 11 nominations, and now we're getting to the point where they're going to start totting up who's got the most votes. So we will definitely remind you of that through the day today, and we won't apologise for reminding you of that right throughout this week as well, because we need your help, please, to get as many nominations as we can, which hopefully will mean that, well, as many votes as we can, I should say, which hopefully will mean we'll win a few awards as well, which would be rather nice.
That would be lovely, wouldn't it? It'd be really, really nice. As you say, it feels like, oh gosh, you know, when it was first announced, it was like, gosh, 24th of September, that feels like ages away. But then...
When was it? It was July, was it end of July?
July, wasn't it? Yeah.
It's come around so quickly.
It's come around really, really quickly. Really quick. Here we are, coming to the end of the week of when it'll be announced. Well, I don't know if it'll be announced at the end of the week, but certainly been voting closing anyway, that's for sure.
Just a quick question on dye, the dyes you've been using. Deanne wants to know what kind of tape you use, Craig, to hold the dye down.
Our low-tack tape that you'll find on our website, using that one. So let's take these bits out here. So I'm going to take this one off, and this dye's the same, it's got no cutting edge along the bottom. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to snip up, I'm then going to snip up. When we come and do some colouring and inking and Monday makers, what that would do is that's going to sit within the background, and then on this back layer that I've measured and scored at the exact same as the front, that can then come along. We'll sit that one there, we'll need to trim it slightly, but that can sit there, that can go there, and we're starting to create our scene. You kind of get the idea to start with. So then we can do all the fun colour and that later on tonight with the Monday makers. 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time or 11 a.m. Pacific Time. Scenes of Lights, platinum price, £54.37, £63.84. The Wise Men of Light is one that you guys stateside have not seen. But everyone on today's price is paying or saving over 20%, Ben.
It is going to be a fabby day. Lots of people looking forward to seeing those again in more action a little bit later on. Paula just saying, so happy to see you use the dyes. I have them, haven't used them yet, so thank you again. Lots of chat as well about the brand new decorative dyes with that pumpkin included in too. I have a feeling that that is going to be super popular, particularly when everybody else wakes up, realises what's on Crafters TV today and sees that deal. That is going to fly out of the door. Peg just saying, I have to buy that pumpkin dye. Get it now. Don't wait until later on when the mad rush descends on launch day at 3 o'clock. If you can, if you see something you like, get it now, and then you can sit back and watch and enjoy all of the demonstrations a little bit later on. We've got a result.
Have we?
For the demo of the show. And yes, Georgina's just done the winner of the demo of the show. I'm not surprised to learn that it is number one.
Number one. Oh, fab. Not surprised, actually. Not surprised.
Great, isn't it?
It's stiff competition today. Real stiff competition.
Oh,
That's going to go up against myself on launch day.
And then who?
And then, are you ready for it?
Yeah.
This is going to go up against myself within Monday Makers. So either Craig's going to win.
Or who?
Craig will win.
Or
Craig's going to win.
So it'll be Craig, or possibly Craig, or maybe Craig is what you're saying?
That's it. So one of them, one of the Craigs.
One of the three Craigs.
So if you want to see which one of the Craigs is going to win, do make sure that you tune in towards the end of Monday Makers. But talking about Monday Makers, let's give you a little bit of a recap as to what's coming up within the day here on Crafters TV. Not only have you got Craig, and then Craig, you've also got Ben, Ben,
have we?
And then Ben.
Oh, brilliant, I like him.
Well, so you've got Craig, Ben, Craig, Ben, all day today.
And don't forget Georgina, and George.
Who?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have got launch day coming up. Yes, we've got those guys as well. That's going to be launch day, 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time, where we're going to go over all these pumpkin dyes as well as the Christmas star and ornaments. And then we are going to come back for Monday Makers, the staple show of the day, of course. That is then 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time or 11 a.m. Pacific Time. So it's going to be a nice little mix and a match.
Oh, do you know who else we got today as well? John.
Oh, John. Yeah. and Tracy
as well.
Yep, they're in all these shows as well. So all of us together here, all 3 shows today. Go and grab yourself your cup of tea, your lunch, your breakfast, your tea, a wine, wherever it is across the globe. And if you're watching live, we'll see you in an hour and a half. Bye.
Bye.